This episode of Talking Balls is dedicated to Norwich fan Jack Reeve for the first time breaking character after Newcastle scored 2 goals in the last 2 minutes to beat Norwich.
That shouldn't be happening. This kind of result can change seasons. I don't think... Oh, fucking hell, man.
Chin up, Jack, mate. We've all been there, and football at times is enough to break any man.
Come here, mate. Huh? It's tough.
Yeah.
I know.
Apparently, Conte needs an entire new squad. It's been reported that he wants to replace a number of key first-team players because the players he actually bought in the summer weren't any of his choices, apart from N'Golo Kante. All the others were identified by the sporting director. This week, they're playing Hull, who started the season with 13 players. I'm sorry, Conte, but if you can't make that Chelsea team work, perhaps you're in the wrong job, mate. It's an absolute horror show at West Ham at the moment. They're getting smashed on the pitch, fans are beating each other up off it, and all in a stadium that they hate. Now, I promise you I'm not enjoying this at all, not one bit, but one thing they are getting right is their social lives. This week it was reported that they were out all night clubbing, with the night ending at McDonalds at 7:30am. Now, whoever's idea this was, bravo. When has a night out with the lads ever ended in anything other than happiness and self-fulfillment? And never self-loathing, regret, and that familiar hollow feeling in the middle of your chest. It was only meant to be a quick pint. They won't sack me, will they, Craig? They won't sack me. Now, I used to hate Jamie Vardy. When he was the fiercest striker in the league, I genuinely hated him. I hated Leicester, and I was jealous of everything they had achieved. Now they're shit again, I can fully appreciate him. It came out this week that Jamie Vardy smashes half a bottle of port the day before a game, and does 3 crowns of Red Bull and a double espresso just before kickoff. There's something immediately refreshing about Jamie Vardy. If you forget about all the racist stuff, he's actually my kind of player. The only thing he's missing is adultery and cocaine binges, and we'll have a complete 90s footballer. I read somewhere once that if Jamie Vardy wasn't a footballer, he'd be in a pub somewhere punching a fruit machine. And there's something comforting in that. No. We've got to rework on. Yep. No, forget it.
Do it after.
Forget it.
Top comments time, and lots going on this week.
Yeah, a lot.
It's been
A lot of comments.
A lot of comments, a lot of stories. Big Sam's gone.
Thanks for all your comments, by the way. We always read them.
Yeah, we do read them.
Don't always reply.
I do. You'll notice I have, and I'll put brackets James because I want the credit. On this week's You Decide, there was only one talking point for us. Who's going to be the next England manager? One got a bit of abuse. Ranieri, so people saying, oh, he's going to retire at Leicester. Well, it doesn't work like that. Redknapp, we chucked in there. We chucked in Steve Bruce.
So we've just got away from corruption and someone's chucking Redknapp in there. That's no comment on Redknapp other than the fact that
everyone's nervous. Everyone's nervous. Shana Kwanda said, my left bollock could manage a team better than Bruce and Pardew. Please, for the love of God, no.
Haven't we already had that in Roy Hodgson?
Does look a bit like a bollock. It's more his neck, isn't it? A bit like a scrotum.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that.
But we've tried everything else.
I'd like to see your left bollock. Send me an image.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a DM. Like, send it openly so there's nothing untoward. And I'll decide whether or not your left bollock should be the England manager.
Could struggle with the admin.
We could bounce all over the keys.
More constructively, Tom Rose said, Glenn Hoddle and Howe teaching him from the ropes of international management, and then he takes over after 2018. I think this could work.
Yeah, that's a great career move for Eddie Howe. He's going to leave Bournemouth, where he's well respected.
But yet,
and then he's going to go and work underneath Glenn Hoddle.
Equal partnership, doing different bits, and then
you
he
might
can
have
stay at Bournemouth.
But perhaps not just Eddie Howe and Glenn Hoddle. I reckon, you know that phrase that too many cooks spoil the broth?
Yeah, good phrase.
Nonsense, just throw all the ingredients in, taste better. Everyone knows that standard cooking advice. I reckon we need Glenn Hoddle, Wenger, Howe, Hasselbank, John Still, Kirbishley, 100% Bruce. So we've got 7 managers all lined up, the first England game, all coming up with different ideas. They'll have a constructive conversation before the game, pick their first 11, pick the tactics, and beat whoever it is that comes against us.
They'll be passionate, good at man management, experienced, inexperienced. They'll have won things and not won things. Perfect.
Well, when there's an expose on one of them, corruption, we've got 6 more.
Yeah. Sorted.
Who's that Ben Haynes fella on You Decide this week?
He's from 90 Min.
Good looking chap, I thought.
I didn't notice.
How long have you known him?
It was nothing.
Shouldn't you... we
Don't
probably
start this again.
We should have probably talked about this, didn't we? Have a conversation before
Mate,
about your other mate?
It was nothing. It was just a video.
It did look like just a video to me as well.
I was thinking about you the whole time. Why are you making it such a big deal?
Well, I just want to know why you don't want to do more videos with me. You just come in here, comments below, and that's it. You got an whole show.
I do like doing videos with him, but sometimes I just need my own space, and it was nothing. He's just a friend. Why have you got to make a big deal of everything?
I've heard this all before,
Oh, don't
James.
walk off.
You better not be thinking about him.
I'm not. I was just thinking about something else. FIFA completed racism this week, and the guys were talking about it on quite a ridiculous story, and one that provokes a lot of comments. And often in the comments you see people just going at each other, having a massive argument. But we think we found the shortest, the smallest argument of all time. Some arguments can get quite tedious, actually.
Can they, James?
Yes, they can. Slow Vomit says, "We're not racist, we only hate Manx." 95 Hellrider then says, "Go fuck yourself." Slow Vomit then says, "Sorry."
Everyone hates Scousers. Everyone hates Manx. Everyone hates the Scots. Oh no, I'm not sure about insulting everybody on the British Isles. All of Yorkshire as well. Actually, West Country, the Irish. Anyone outside of London, really. So the question this week is, let us know what blend of manager would create the perfect England boss. It's easy.
Is it?
No, it's quite difficult. You have to think about it, and YouTube commenters don't think much. They just...
So as Flav says, get your comments down below and we'll read them out next week.
Best ones. Shit ones we'll leave. I was quite excited when I first heard about Sam Allardyce as England manager, for similar reasons why I now like Jamie Vardy. But here we are only a few weeks later, and England find themselves in almost the exact same position as they were after the Euros. Fucked. It's some feat that Allardyce was somehow worse than Hodgson. I do find myself, however, feeling a little sorry for Big Sam. The reporting into corruption by the Telegraph was no doubt a superb piece of journalism, but Sam Allardyce has found himself without a job without actually doing that much wrong or corrupt. It's fair to say that he's no longer England manager because of his comments about Hodgson and the mental strength of the England squad. But isn't that what we've all been saying for years? Isn't that the identical narrative that football reporters peddle every time they talk about the national team? How are we ever going to move forward if a manager can't talk freely or in private about the problems that have hampered the national setup for years? Someone said that he can't continue his job when he's undermining his paymasters, but isn't this the same FA who have consistently failed to produce success in what should be the world's greatest footballing nation? If a fish stinks, it stinks from the head. Now that isn't the greatest analogy, but people have always been impressed when I've said it before, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's another one. Let's hope history remembers Allardyce for his 100% win ratio and not for having a couple of pints and getting gobby. This has been Talking Balls. Remember to leave your comments below. We'll be back next Friday for more of this bollocks.